Hey everyone, welcome to another edition of the Smacked Up Wrestling Podcast. I'm Will.
I'm Martin.
So, once again, follow us and like us on the Gaming Vault. Get to hear our podcast, get to listen to our lovely voices every week. And check us out on Facebook as well, at the Smacked Up Wrestling Podcast. I don't really think, before we go into SmackDown, I don't really think there was any big news yesterday.
No, I'm gonna double check because I'm sure there'll be something stupid.
There's usually something, but I couldn't see anything. The only thing I think I kind of seen on Twitter there was some ECW girl at used to be WD. Oh,
one thing, and it's from Dave Meltzer, and I did say to you about it last night.
Testify.
The Rock.
Oh, aye, that's
the
right.
Rock looking into, not definitely doing it, looking into the feasibility of running for president in 2020.
Anybody can do it now. If Trump go in, anybody can do it.
The thing is, though, like, I would watch every one of the debates.
Oh, it'd be brilliant.
It'd be fucking amazing. I mean, he's already got his slogan because he's the people's champion. Trump says, well, I think it doesn't matter what you think, jabroni.
Everybody loves The Rock. Everybody loves him.
And the thing is, barring some kind of bizarre mega pedo scandal between now and then, they're only going to love him more by the time that election rolls around.
Everybody loves
Unless
The
he
Rock.
does something fucking stupid, which he's not going to do.
Nah, he'll join the corporation again.
Vince will love that. The wee Hall of Famers in a row.
Oh, fuck. That's the guy, because like, there was nothing really like big at all. It was actually quite quiet in the wrestling front. News-wise, usually we kind of like find something at least.
Well, as soon as we finish, something goes up.
It always happens. We'll guarantee something will happen tonight, and we'll be sitting here like, fuck.
Aye, on Saturday.
Fucking time differences in the world. But hey ho, SmackDown 900. I think we actually watched the first episode.
Oh yes,
Sky
way
Sports 3.
back.
And
Because originally Sky didn't have the rights for it, and we were having to watch highlights
that's
every
right.
fucking week. And I remember, in particularly, the tag team Buried Alive, edited down to fuck, and it was still one of the best matches I'd ever seen at the time. Mankind and The Rock against Big Show and Undertaker with Triple H interfering.
Aye, it was.
And when Triple H buried Mankind, he goes to get the ambulance for him, and who pops out? Stone Cold, his big comeback, takes the bastard right out. Fucking amazing. Amazing.
Some SmackDown covered a lot of like the past great things.
Yes.
I can't remember, did they show Schwarzenegger on it?
They didn't. Well, at least not that I saw.
I don't remember seeing it last night, but that
was a highlight.
That was a highlight. There's so many great SmackDown memories. SmackDown throughout the years. I know people call it the B show, but
It never used to be.
It never used to be between
something about it.
2002 to 2006. That was the main fucking show, if you know what I mean.
Oh,
then
because of Heyman.
Aye.
And the talent they put together. I mean, we've been over it before.
Oh, we've been
Kurt Angle, Lesnar headlining for a bit.
You had
Undertaker,
Guerrero, fucking Batista, young Batista, young Cena, young Orton at the time until he went to Raw.
Of course.
For Evolution.
For a long time, SmackDown was shitting on Raw because at one point Raw was main eventing with Bubba Ray Dudley against Triple H, whereas on SmackDown it was Lesnar and Angle.
Aye, it was the go-to show.
And no harm to Bubba Ray, but he was totally different in 2002 to what he was with his later period in TNA.
Yeah, his Billy Ray. The one thing I've took from the two shows, they've built up Survivor Series. I'm looking forward to it. Just a fucker that's the two shows that we never got to see last week. That's the only bad side.
I know, because we were in the holding pattern.
Yes, that is
too many weeks to fill in because, I mean, they must have came up with a schedule before coming up with having another brand split.
Mm-hmm.
It's the only explanation, because it's really disorganised.
But what a difference, like a week's make when you watch the two shows back to back. It's like
ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous.
Like we called it last week. It was a fucking house show. When they deserve praise, we'll give them praise. When they fuck up, we'll we'll call them. We're not afraid to do it.
Exactly.
People might not like it, but hey ho. But that's one of the best things about wrestling. Me and you always do this, and we never agree on the same thing sometimes. But that's what I love about wrestling. You can have that conversation. It's like, no, fuck this. That was the best thing. No, that was the best thing.
That's the point, though, isn't it? There's something for everyone.
Yeah, that's how I always still feel. It's like to me, it's one of the best sports in the world. People, I know it's fucking scripted, but it's the fact people come together for it. Do you know what I mean? There's never you could sit in a crowd in a section, and they'll hate the person you love, and vice versa. It's fucking brilliant. Unless it's Sin Cara, then we all laugh. But we'll get to Khalees though, because it looks like the masks are
amazing.
The masks are wearing that.
Don't you worry, Matthew tweeted out, thanks everybody who sent me this, all thousands of you.
Oh, mate,
and showed the gift.
Pissing myself. But the show opens up with Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon just kicking it off, welcoming everybody to 900 episode. That's it now. Capturing. Is that it now? Overtook the Simpsons now.
Oh, well, overtook that. So Simpsons is way behind.
So it's like
they showed the list last night, actually.
So is it Raw and SmackDown?
The top two is Raw and then SmackDown.
That's good. So that was basically it. Just a nice wee kick-off, then straight into a fucking great match with Miz and Ziggler. It was your standard Miz and Ziggler match.
Which is better than 98% of what you're going to get in any company.
Yeah, it was fucking brilliant. I love the ending.
It was the best one yet.
I love the ending.
Oh, aye.
I love the ending. But this is the confusion side now. Now, obviously, Miz is the IC champion 6th time now. He's catching up with Jericho.
Aye.
Do you think if he loses the belt, he'll go to Raw and Sami Zayn comes to SmackDown?
Well, I've been wondering about this. Because... you know, they've had the storyline Miz and Daniel Bryan aren't getting along, but it would be a bit of a shame to cut that short, even though I know it's not going to lead to them fighting. It gave that extra dimension to the Miz's character, because he's given the yes chance and the finger point and all that, and it's getting them crazy heat. I think if the IC belt goes to Raw, it's going to get lost in the shuffle and completely shot on, much like the US belt was for a while. The other problem is you've still got the 3 hours to fill, but SmackDown needs a mid-card title. I really don't know what they're going to do with this belt, because, I mean, like, it's easy to say, oh, well, they've got the Cruiserweight match, they've got the IC match, they'll just swap the 2 titles over. I don't think they're going to do that.
See, that's something I don't want to see. I don't want to see Raw having another title. I like... The reason I like SmackDown is the fact they've got the 2 main titles. I still consider the IC and that the heavyweight title, that they're the main ones compared to the US and the universe. And if you were going to swap the IC, then that US is going to go back to SmackDown. You cannot keep...
You need a mid-card belt.
You cannot have 2 mid-card belts, then have your Universal title in Raw, because it's just going to be a clusterfuck. No matter what they do, it'll be a clusterfuck. One
of the belts is going to get devalued if it goes to Raw. I don't know what way they'll do it, but one of the belts will be pushed down the card.
By the IC. As long as Roman Reigns holds that US,
good point.
IC would be dropped, mate. And that's the sad thing, considering how old that belt is.
Look at all the work that they've put in this year in making the belt matter again. That's another reason that I don't think it's going to go to Raw. I mean, I know SmackDown's the shorter show, but it needs a mid-card belt. It needs it.
I mean, that's the whole point of a wrestling show. I mean, if you take it as fucked up as TNA is, it's got its brackets and it works.
But on the other hand, it's maybe got too many belts for what it is.
Yeah, but
the thing is, like, I know there's people saying, oh, but then SmackDown might have too many belts. Look at Raw in the late 90s. It was a 2-hour show.
Yep.
Right? You had, now, this was, at one point, this was the case. You had the light heavyweight at the time. You had the hardcore, you had the European, you had the Intercontinental, you had the tag belts, you had the woman belt, and you had the world title.
Yep.
That's 7 belts.
Yep.
So don't say to me that SmackDown having tag women's IC cruiserweight.
It's too many.
It's too many.
You cannot use that argument because in the past they'd done it.
Exactly.
But no, I'm looking forward now to that match. I wanted to see Ziggler versus Sami Zayn because that would have been.
Oh, that would have been amazing.
This will still be a good
given
match.
how Miz has been the past few months. I mean, this is probably his best run. Which is saying something.
The problem I found with Ziggler holding that belt just now is they've done fuck all with him with it.
Well, they just kept him going with Miz, which is fair enough when the matches are of that calibre. I can't really argue. I mean, I know what you're saying, but Miz was challenging them for it. The two of them are having the best matches on the card, and they continue to improve and improve and improve just when you think they can't.
Yeah.
I can't really complain. I mean, they still told the story. And got Miz more heat than ever.
Yeah.
And Ziggler's over. So
Maurice looked amazing last night.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God, she just
let's not go into too much detail before we get you banned.
She did look stunning.
She looked lovely.
She looked lovely.
I'm going to leave it at that before I start going Tim Allen noises.
So, mate, never did Tim Allen. I mean, John Finnery. So we'll leave. That's the setup now for Survivor Series, right? So we can't go any more into this match because then we'll start going to predictions and we can't do that until
Saturday. God damn it!
We've got to leave that to Saturday. So then we've had our Dana Brooke segment. And then
did the backstage thing with Natty.
I never seen that. Was it working this time?
I thought she was stealing Titus's old gimmick, just being obnoxious as hell and blowing the whistle. But instead, no, she's keeping up with this song quote thing because it was her, Alexa, and Shane.
Right.
And she was giving some talk or something, and then she says to Alexa, you'll get knocked down. But
the Chumbawamba.
And then Alexa quite rightly chins her for it.
See, the thing is, I forgot to mention last week throughout the fucking full rant of SmackDown. See, when she had her whistle and she's blowing it to try and stop them fighting, her whistle wasn't working.
I noticed. But
so
then it cared, so
I know nobody cared. But
anyway, so that's her gimmick. She quotes 90s pop songs that get stuck in your head, and she quotes them pretty dryly.
Oh. Fuck.
Now, from that low point to what, for me personally, was better than everything else on the card, and it was Kalisto against the guy.
We had a Dana Brooke segment.
Well, I must have blanked that out.
It's basically all as is calling back to she had her leg in the rope, and we called it last week. She'll get a rematch. It'll be TLC. They've no said TLC, but it will be TLC. It's a fucking given. So,
do you know mean Alexa here rather than Dana?
Fuck, Alexa. I wrote Dana Brooke for some
because
fucking reason.
Alexa's the wee hot one. Dana's
just a
bigger Shrek one.
I don't know why I wrote Dana Brooke. Don't know why. Fucking too many blondes.
I don't know. There's something. Well,
too many blondes.
Alexa's the number one blonde as far as I'm concerned. She is just other than Maurice.
Oh well, when we get to another fucking blonde, I'm going to go through hard. But
don't worry about that.
Oh, we're going.
However. After that Alexa thing, the highlight possibly of the week, and it was Kalisto.
Mate, before we get to that, he almost lost his fucking head with that European uppercut.
Right, before that, the guy that he was in the ring with, now I looked into this because he had a shite name, it was
forgettable. I actually still forget his name.
He's actually an NXT guy who was a big deal in Indies. His indie name was Biff Busick.
Right.
You might have heard it. But his fucking NXT name, hold on, I need to look this up because it's fucking tragic. It's an awful name.
It's fucking tragic.
It really is. Hold on, I can't remember it. It's that bad, I've put it in my mind, right? No, his real name was Chris Gerard, right? He used that when he first came to NXT because he didn't want to use Biff Busick because it was his indie thing.
Right.
His name for NXT, and I swear to Christ, this is what's in front of me, and I'm not making that up. Oney Lorcan.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Oney. Oney. No, that was the guy when I was talking to last night. He said, oh, look, there's a jobber boy. Didn't know who he was, didn't have a clue. All I knew was the NXT. But it turns out he's Biff Busick, who made quite a name for himself, got signed up, can't think of a decent name, apparently. Now, that's the name of a jobber if ever I've heard one. I know it's the name of a jobber because I forgot it.
Aye. I mean, I couldn't remember it. The match, it's just watching him. I mean, he was explosive. He was actually really good to watch.
Kalisto has really, really learned from Sin Cara. He's really... he's nailed Sin Cara's style.
Oh, mate.
Perfectly.
Mate, I'll give you the honours. The floor is yours.
Oh, no, not at all, not at all. This is for you, sir.
Oh.
This is for you. All I'm going to say is Sin Cara would have been proud.
Yeah, it was one of the best botches I've seen in a long time. Basically, he goes for a spring fucking, what was that? He was
Springboard.
A springboard salt, and he just falls. He falls right in his arse. It was
This was after fucking up a kick.
Well, I never seen the kick.
He tries to kick him. The guy, like Oney Lorcan, tries to sell it, but there's a bit of a miscommunication, so Kalisto just goes, fuck it, I'm going for the springboard.
And falls. He just falls straight down. It was so funny.
It was the physical version of that promo of his for the other month.
Obviously, we watched it last night, and then...
I had to watch it again.
Well, that was what I was going to say, because I was, for the notes, I went and watched the highlights again, just to make sure I've got everything. And then, just watching it again, I was like, oh my...
Did you leave it in the highlights?
They left it in the highlights. Because you heard JBL going, oh, and I just fucking couldn't stop laughing. I was like...
Do you recall a couple of months back, the first time Kalisto had a live mic put in front of him on his own?
Yes.
Where he said, it's going to be good, it's going to be a good lucha thing, and then just fucked off.
Was that no just after the brand split?
Good lucha thing.
Oh, fuck! Oh, he's really learned for Sin Cara.
It's painful. It's actually painful, but hilarious.
So
See,
funny.
if you like watching Curb Your Enthusiasm, Sin Cara and Kalisto are the guys for you in wrestling. They are the wrestling version of Larry David.
It is just so funny because as soon as you see it, I had to rewind it again. It was just so funny.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Kalisto won, but nobody cares.
He's not called Oney Lorcan.
I mean,
but that's what people are going to remember.
Who gives a fuck about the match? He fucked up. That was very exciting.
In hell that he is going to win against Kendrick after that.
No.
If they were thinking about it, he's fucked it.
No.
But that's for Saturday.
That's for Saturday. The next segment we had was the tag team
promo. It was good to see.
It was good to see what happened, but to see if that never happened, I just couldn't give a fuck.
Well, exactly. It was just a fun wee bit.
Yeah.
It went up too long, but it was fun. King Booker
showed up back. Booker T stopped it. I actually forgot all about the accent he used to do.
Oh, it was amazing. So bad.
That's why I'm like, fucking hell, man. It's like, I think when you were young, it was funny, and see now it's like face palm because you know how bad he is at commentating.
He did it deliberately to get booed.
No, but he still fucking...
And it totally worked.
But everybody loved him. I'm surprised.
I know, but
I'm surprised he didn't lift his... Did he lift his pinky during the segment? I can't remember.
I didn't notice. But personally, I think it's a shame he never had any of the King's Court with him, like Regal.
That would have been funny.
Finlay.
That would have been brilliant. And then the Fashion Police show up.
Can I just say, I love that gimmick so much, but they're not making the most of it yet.
Yeah, I've noticed that. It's a great gimmick, but they don't know what to do with them. And it's because it's just the way they came in, and there's a star in there, and it's like...
They've nailed it on their end.
That's
They've
quite funny.
They show up as like stripper police with obscene trousers on.
That's the thing, because that's what me and Marie said last week. It was like, what the fuck are they? It's like porn stars.
Last week. I had no idea what the gimmick was to Morrow said it on comments, but it's perfect for them. It's absolutely perfect. And the creative team, it's a rare thing for SmackDown to mess up, but maybe they're going to throw focus on them after the Survivor Series. I don't know, but there's something there with them. They can make something out of them.
There is something.
They can get a good run.
Finally, Tyler Breeze is starting to get something now, and Semi Fandango.
About time, because Breeze was phenomenal.
Oh, he was
in
amazing
NXT.
in NXT. The amount of, like, fair enough, he never won the title, but he had quite a good number of
Didn't need
shots. He was good. He was good. He didn't need it.
There's a reason they put him in with Jushin Thunder Liger.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not because he didn't know what he was doing. It was a chance for him to steal the show, and they had a hell of a match together at TakeOver last year. And I hope that creative can latch onto this and give them a wee push, just a wee nudge, because those guys can just run with whatever they're given.
Yeah.
And there's something there, and I really hope it comes together. I really do.
Yeah, it's one of the ones where Sami Fandango, right, had that. Jericho done an amazing thing for him at WrestleMania, which we never thought would in a million years would happen, but he done a great thing. And after that, he fell. Nobody fucking remembered him.
It's not even necessarily all his fault.
No, it wasn't his fault. It was just.
I mean, he wasn't amazing in the ring, and he couldn't actually dance. But you know, he was doing his best with it. They didn't really capitalise on it, and I suppose it's a bit one-dimensional. I mean, what do you do? I dance in the style of a
dancing wrestler. No, I mean, but
so far it can go.
The gimmick they've got now, that's funny. It works. Let's see how far they go.
You get some heat easily because all you need to do is throw bits of paper at rednecks that says "Uggo" on them. Smashing, absolutely smashing.
Right, here we go. Right, so Nikki versus Carmella, mate. Right.
This is where I switch my brain off.
Right, I've got quite a few points I want to bring up.
Wire in.
Right.
Wire.
First point, okay. Nikki Bella. How many people does it take to put these shorts on her?
They weren't these shorts. They were French knickers.
It looks good though. John Cena, you're a bastard.
That's to the point here. You don't wrestle in actual pants.
I'll start with the main positives apart from.
Did they have to like lube up her legs?
That's what I was thinking. Talcum, like with leather. I don't know. PVC or some shit. The good points. Nikki has really improved. Watching her.
Oh well, we knew that over the past year when she got towards the end of her title run.
Aye, she looked really good last night. I have no complaints about Nikki Bella. Carmella is green as fuck.
I feel so bad for her. She showed all these wee flashes in NXT. She has potential, but right now, the way she's wrestling on SmackDown, because she's called up too early, not her fault, problem with having the brand split, but she's like a throwback to the late 2000s right now.
Yeah, and
do you know what I think they should have done? See, when they were making the Cruiserweights exclusive to one brand, they should have made the woman exclusive to one brand. Just for now. Just until there was more more women wrestlers ready.
Yeah, that'd make perfect sense, because at least then they're grouped together. Fair enough if they're not getting TV time, but they still get time to train against each other. Because,
I mean, you know, they had their time together, they had a good wee mob mentality going, you know, us versus them, always leads to better matches. Having them all grouped together would lead to more matches. Like the Cruiserweights get 2 matches per Raw, just now. Right? Okay, sure, it would have been like maybe a tag team and then a singles. That doesn't matter because they all have a chance to be on TV. And then that would have given time for the likes of Carmella, Nia Jax, Dana, to just get that little bit of polish.
Yeah.
Off.
I mean,
and then go up and then split them.
Watching the match, you clearly see that there's just one, like, fair enough, like, see the slaps, I have no fucking care for it, right? But the thing, I had to watch it twice because I genuinely thought it was a fucking botch.
Aye.
And it turns out it wasn't. But then this is when I'm going to question Nikki Bella's fucking injury.
Aye, I seen that, but I wasn't too sure on that myself.
So originally, when you watched it in real time without like replays or the fucking highlights, it looked like Carmella just dropped her right in her fucking neck outside of the ring.
Aye.
And then
not even in a sort of kayfabe way. Like
it wasn't even a safe way. It's like she's dropped
it.
And Nikki's holding her neck, and it's like she's just fucking done her injury. Now, it looks like it wasn't a botch. They tried something. It just looked awkward.
Aye.
but then she starts working again on the neck. Fair enough, tell a story, you're telling a story, she's had a neck injury. But my problem is, right, now if you look at like Cecina with his neck injury, Austin with his neck injury, all the other wrestlers that's had a neck injury and still maintain a wrestling competitive side, they change some of the way they moved and some of the moves they will take to protect that neck. Now, if she had the legit, well, it was legit because she had the operation, everybody's seen the pictures, but if it was as bad as what it got made out to be, why the fuck is she taking risks like that? Especially in the hands of somebody very green.
I know.
That's my gripe about that. It was just, wow, that was fucking stupid.
It's up to her what she does with herself. And I've no doubt that there'll have been at least one person saying, "Are you sure about this?" At least I would like to think there was. Yeah. But it was Nikki's. She could have said no.
Good point. Yeah, she could have just totally blocked the idea.
And nobody would have blamed her either.
Nah. If you had a neck injury and surgery on it, if somebody went like that, like, I'm going to do a pile driver on you, fuck off.
Exactly.
So
it's not happening. No chance. No risking it. But she went with it.
Unless it's the Undertaker, you have no option. But to be fair, he does protect you.
Him and Kane both.
They really protect you.
Again, like, even if it was something that, and I doubt for a second that Nikki Bella would do this, it's called in the ring. It's with Nikki being the senior wrestler in the match, she's the one calling it.
Yeah.
So again, she could have said no. If it's something she came up with in the ring, maybe she's going to need to have a word with herself. Maybe John will have a word with her.
Yeah, it was uncomfortable to watch. Even on the highlights, uncomfortable to watch again. I do hope it was, she said like dare and it wasn't just a like spur of the moment, but at the same time she'd never looked protected when it happened. But that's just being green in Carmella's side. The thing I had it was not much a gripe, but it was just the same segment as Raw, as in SmackDown invaded. Raw invaded. And it was just like...
Well, we were going to expect something
like
that.
We had to expect something.
I'm just surprised that it was only the women.
There
was even like a tag team brawl, which there probably should have been.
Oh, we get to that tag team, that was forgettable as fuck.
I know, but there wasn't anything. They just had the women's have a bad brawl.
It was bad. I mean, Nia Jax just throwing people about, then awkwardly falling. Like
tell you what, I meant to watch that again, actually, her going through that barrier. Did she do it by accident? Is she that clumsy?
It's hard to tell.
I genuinely don't know.
It was hard to tell because I think she was meant to, but see the way she filmed it was too comical. And I love Nia, but that was far too comical.
I need somebody to like cut that clip and put the Benny Hill theme on it and have it reversed and play forward and reversed and play forward.
It was very hard to tell if it was. It was too.
I'm expecting it in Botchamania.
It'd been Botchamania, mate. It was too comical. But that was it. It was just like the woman came out, fight, SmackDown came out on top. But again, we were only going to predictions because,
of course,
we have to leave that now. Then you had a Taker tease, and we had to then wait to the end.
I think before the camera cut off, he walked back across the fucking line.
It showed you in the highlights as well. And the highlights they kept that. Yep.
Who's editing this?
Fuck knows. Obviously, it was still.
Jesus Christ!
It was live in SmackDown. So if you're going to do highlights, don't fucking show the fuck ups. But no, they showed it. I was pissing myself. 16-man tag. I didn't really care. You knew who was going to win. The only thing I found different is why is the Usos doing the babyface moves?
Because they're going to be faces for this match. For some reason, they seem to have decided that. Like everybody was acting like a face, even Fandango and Thingy. They were all acting as faces.
Right. That was the only thing they won. It was
the thing that I'm going to say. See, other than American Alpha and Heath and Rhino, nobody in that team's getting cheered over Enzo and Cass. Nobody.
It was really just that's what we're going to expect. Obviously, we're a lot better, but more entertaining in Sunday night. But when you seen like the list that we're up against, it was just like, oh fuck. And
I know.
To be fair, mate, I turned off. That like we said, that's when between the women's match and this match, this is when it's just like, fuck, this is boring. But then it ended well. It ended really well.
Yes.
Edge came out. I fucking missed that entrance.
I know.
I'm still gutted he had to retire because I think he's only 43. I think he still could have done a few
Well, he's got
things.
his beard and his hair back because he's filming some Viking thing now.
Oh, I know.
So he is.
I know. Marie loved it. Marie absolutely loved it when she seen him. I was like, fuck, I better not let you see the rest of this then. Calls out Team SmackDown, and it's just like a wee pep talk. And then, like, obviously, gone to Ellsworth. He wants to do a 5-second pose. I love the way Bray Wyatt was like, this is not the Randy you knew, he's dead.
That was a bit creepy, wasn't it?
It was creepy, but obviously I love the way they're echoing back to the rated RKO. But AJ Styles, what an amazing shit talker.
That was just awesome. Like, he's just such a fucking prick, but in the best possible way.
It's fucking amazing. But Shane O'Mac fuck off, Shane. That was cringy as fuck.
Well, that's the thing. That's where AJ comes in. He's cheekiness. That's awful.
I know. It was so funny. It was just blatantly calling it like we were all thinking that's awful. And then the gong goes, and then the 27-minute fucking intro of the Undertaker. Now, we spoke about this yesterday. I genuinely thought they would have done another segment with Taker. Maybe if Cena showed up, right, hint towards that main event at Mania. But no, they waited. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, I couldn't think because I'm like, we called this. We fucking got this. It came out and he's doing his usual Taker style. And you're listening, mate, aren't you?
Oh, aye.
And then it turns out it's a fucking prep talk for him coming back full time.
I know. I did not expect that. No, I don't know if it's going to be full time. I think we'll probably get a match at TLC, a match at the Rumble, and then something at Mania. And I really do think that at the Rumble it's going to be him and AJ.
See, a lot of people are saying that. The only worry I've got with AJ, I know AJ's versatile. He can wrestle anybody. It's just, can he carry Taker with his build?
Taker can hold up his end. He's not where he used to be, but he'll be more in a brawling style. AJ will fly around him,
right,
and sell like fuck, and it'll be great.
As long as they do it right, I still want the WrestleMania is going to be the.
I'm going to ruin your life right now because it's going to be Randy.
Mate, don't say that, please.
It's going to be Randy.
I know people actually talk about that, and I don't want to see Randy wrestle him because Randy just now. He's actually put beef on. He doesn't look as fat as he was.
But he looks interested though, and I tell you what, like, him and Taker had that feud before. I know Randy was younger, and it was Taker was obviously healthier. I don't really want to see them go at it again. I want a fresh match, and as we were saying yesterday, fresh match would be him and Cena, because the last time they faced off, Taker was in his prime. Cena was just really getting big.
Because that one, if they were to Cena at Mania, right, see if it was him and Randy, you would call it instantly, it's fucking Taker is winning. But with the
absolutely,
the Cena one, you don't know. You don't know because he might just fucking totally pass the torch to him because like Cena is the fucking guy in WWE.
The thing with Cena is they'll probably have him take on the SmackDown World Champ and equal Flair's record at Mania.
Yeah, that's also a good shout.
So, we know that the match with Taker would be better.
Yeah.
Fuck, if Taker's going full time, give Taker the belt the month before. Let him win it.
If he's going to retire, let him have one last.
No way out or whatever it is. Just give him the belt for 4 weeks or a month or whatever, and then have him and Cena face off for it. Make it as big as possible. Is Taker going to drop the title? Is Cena going to equal the record? That would be massive, and it would be entertaining.
Yeah, Yeah, that would be really cool to watch. All we've got days wait and see now. I was really shocked he's come back full time into some capacity.
Aye, I think it's going to be more like he'll kind of haunt SmackDown. You know, somebody does something wrong, he's going to be the one that shows up and takes care of the problem, and then have his match at a pay-per-view.
Yeah, I'm totally cool with that, mate. As long as
surprised, surprised, in the best possible way.
The other good thing is no more of Taker versus Brock Lesnar. No more of that shite. Because we'll have whoever goes against them, like you said, if it's AJ, Cena, or even Randy, they'll put in a better match with him than fucking Brock Lesnar.
Oh, absolutely.
And that'll be good. But we'll have to wait and see. But SmackDown, that was a solid fucking show again. Better than Raw again. Just 2 segments, just that women's and the tag. I lost interest. But apart from that, the rest, you're hooked. They had you again. And that botch just fucking, that just shot.
Made my night.
That just shot SmackDown there, Raw for the week. That just fucking done it. But they've sold Survivor Series. That's the most important thing. They have done it compared to Hell in a Cell and a bit of No Mercy. They finally have fucking sold this.
Yes. Took their fucking time doing it. Should have started it last week with their debut in a new country for their TV shows, but that's an argument for another day.
That's an argument for another day, because like we've said before, if that was London or Manchester, it would have been a totally different show. And
probably,
and we got the shit end of the deal. But
it's
one of the things. We've got Survivor Series, then TLC, and like you said, Roadblock, and that's us right into WrestleMania season. We're going into the big season for wrestling.
About bloody time.
Yep, thank fuck. It's always, it takes its time, but it's always like fucking so good to look forward to it. But that's basically it. There was nothing really else. It was good.
Like I was going to say, we can't really preview NXT yet because we won't know the final card until after tonight.
No.
WWE, the network, actually got a hell of an offer emailed to me. Now, I've not had the network for a wee while, and I got an email last night where they've gave me 3 free months between now and the start of February. I know I need to do sign up.
You taking it?
Damn right. And then do you know what I'm going to do?
Cancel it.
Aye, and I'm going to get the 3 months.
For Mania, then cancel.
Vince has had enough of my money.
Yeah, I wouldn't even think of something
fucking
like that.
2K17.
I was actually considering getting that. It's down to about £30 in game.
Aye, wait.
I might just
wait.
I might just.
Do you know what? Get it for the PC in April at Mania time with all the DLC.
Oh no, I couldn't fucking play like a wrestling game on the PC. I need it on the console.
But you have the pads and you can hack the thing to put in what you want, like the right music for people or wrestlers that aren't in it, with a proper engine season on it.
I never thought of that.
I
think it's just one of the things. I've always been like the PlayStation side. I think there's only 3 wrestling games I've got for the 360. But it was I always preferred Sony. I still don't know what it was, but I think it's just that mentality.
That's what it's always been on. The thing is, Steam are updating. Sorry for non-gaming people. Steam are doing an update in January. It'll work with DualShock 4s. Any game that works with an Xbox pad will work with a DualShock 4 because of this Steam update. As long as you play that game through Steam.
See, that'll be cool for me because at least then I can use my DualShock 4 for fucking Dark Souls because I need that touchpad again.
Well, I'll send you a link to a program called DS for Windows you can use in the meantime. That's what I use.
Is this for PlayStation pads?
Aye.
Well, I've got that DS free anyhow, so I use my PS3.
Aye, but this way you can use the touchpad, I know.
Might probably use that 20th anniversary one I've got.
Finally. I want that. It's far too dear.
Fucking just sits there, mate.
Anyway,
wrestling.
Saturday, you're getting a preview of NXT. You're getting a preview of Fear and Loathing 9 at the Hydro, biggest show and indie show in Europe ever. By God, etc., etc. You're getting a preview of Survivor Series. We're going to predict winners for the matches at Survivor Series. Might do NXT for fun. We're no daft enough to do it for Fear and Loathing because people will moan at us because they know better than us. That's simple. So,
what fucking time will we start on Saturday?
Maybe we'll just talk really quickly.
Oh, fuck.
There's a lot to get through. It's the start of 5 days in a row of crazy wrestling.
Oh, fuck, the sport we picked to love. Oh, bastard. But at least we've got now to Saturday, have a couple of days of rest,
Aye.
get a
Well,
couple of games of
fucking
Destiny, and then it's like, bastard. It's right upon us.
Because we're going to have the podcast then. We'll probably have a quick podcast on the Sunday, early afternoon, possibly in the morning, because I'll need to be off for Fear and Loathing. And I'll be meeting people before it, so I don't know when or where yet. We'll sort that out.
Yep.
And then, of course, Monday I'll be recovering because 2 pay-per-views in a row, basically. Fear and Loathing's going to be live on ICW's app.
Right.
I say app, I mean website, their on-demand service.
Yeah.
They're actually showing it live.
Cool.
It's crazy.
I'll have to look into it, mate. I'm going to have to check it out. I think they're going to the cat. Is it the Cat House after it?
I believe
for the
so. After it, and in Survivor
series at the Cat House. Because usually, like, we go to Walkabout for the pay-per-views, but this one I'll stay in the house and watch it.
I prefer being in the house. Like, I'd rather be in the house with pals and, like, maybe
talk shite during it.
And talk shite rather than a pub full of pricks.
Walkabout's
a club full of people coming off adrenaline for having been the biggest night of their lives,
Walkabout's usually not that bad.
Walkabout's a shite house.
Oh, it's a shite house, but it's not that bad. The last couple of events we've went to, it's been not that bad. Just fucking the guys we're away falls asleep. Fuck. But no, fuck, busy week for us. Oh, fuck it. Dreading it, mate.
So, we'll wrap this up. We'll rearrange the night. We'll be back on Saturday afternoon to give you more of our, quite frankly, appallingly sexy voices and predictions.
Yep, you've got to love your Glaswegian voices, especially mine. It's too fucking hard to pick up. Mate,
It'll be great.
I'm going to have to change my fucking accent for this, honestly.
Oh, don't be daft.
So, thanks again, everyone, for listening to me and Martin on the Smacked Up Wrestling podcast. Leave us a like and a sub on the channel. Any comments, leaving them in the section below. Check us out on Facebook. We've got the WWE Glasgow pictures and videos there. Fear and Loathing pictures are coming, and any other stuff Martin will be doing will be up there as well. We have to get a clip of Kalisto botching on that, or the picture. We have to do it. We have to get that up.
We'll find something.
That, mate, know what? Find it, and we'll change that as the fucking header.
I'll see what I can do.
We've got to do it, but thanks again for listening to Smacked Up Wrestling podcast. I'm Will.
I'm Martin.
Thanks again.
Cheerio.